Hey, what's going on, guys? So the other day I made an update video and I said that I'm going to be answering questions if you guys leave a comment on that video. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Basically, I'm just going to scroll down and look at all these questions, and I'm not going to get to all of them because there's 275 comments, which, by the way, thank you for that. That's a ton of comments. So let's get started. I'm also going to be eating these like the entire time, so bear with me. This is like the greatest candy on earth. Alright, so first question. OceanFB4 asks, how old are you? And the answer to that question is 19 years old. I wish I could go in more in depth with that, but I'm 19. JP Term asks, what was the most heartbreaking time of your life? Probably when my dog died, because I watched him die, and that, like, I grew up with my dog, and that was horrible. West Sack Vintage asks, does anyone else think Sam looks a bit like Andrew Garfield? And I'm just going to get this question out of the way because I get comments every single day saying you look like Andrew Garfield or the new Spider-Man. I see a little bit of the resemblance, but not too much, but I get that on a daily basis, in person too, that I look like Andrew Garfield. Skate or Die DGK asks, how old were you when you started skating? I was probably 6 years old when I started skating, but if you watch one of my older videos, I actually stopped skating for years, and then I started skating about a year and a half to 2 years ago, so it's kind of been an on and off thing, mainly off for like 4 or 5 years, however long it was. But yeah, I started skating when I was about 6 years old. Jumping Kids Free asks, what motivates you to skate? I'm probably going to have to say when I'm working on a trick for a really long time and I finally get it down, and even if I like just land it once, but I landed it, that shows me like that I'm doing good, like I'm progressing. So that motivates me to like try it even more and get better. And that really does add on to the fun aspect for me, is learning new stuff and like seeing that I'm getting better at doing things. Butterbros48 asks, what is your career? I don't really have a career right now because I'm in college, but I'm working on YouTube videos basically, but I get the majority of my money working on campus at like a student information desk. That's where I make most of my money, and I work there about three to 4 nights a week, and I do YouTube stuff and I sell stickers, and that's basically YouTube and stickers as of right now are just like, you know, side money. But yeah, I basically work at a desk right now while I'm getting through college, and I know this is probably going to be a question in the future, but my major is communication studies, and I'm not going to get too far into that, but basically I really like what I'm doing here on YouTube, and I'm going to try to make that grow in some way, and I feel like communication studies would help a lot because I talk into a camera a lot, and I want to learn how to communicate. Vinny D Skate, whom I know, asks, why can't you put Vinny on the team? Who said that? Vinny, you are very funny, and I love you. That's all I have to say. Jordan L Skating asks, how long do you plan on skating for? I plan on skating until I can't skate anymore. If I get my legs amputated, that's one thing, but like, if I'm just too old to skate and I just can't do it anymore and it hurts to skate, then I'm probably not going to skate anymore, but that's quite a long time from now, and I feel like even if I'm not skating, I feel like I am going to be thinking about skating and doing other stuff, like maybe filming or something. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I plan on skating for a really long time. Swag for Days asks, do you think you'll ever try to skate handrails? That's like one of my biggest fears, actually, which is actually another question, what's your biggest fear? But that's actually one of my biggest fears, is like handrails and gaps, but absolutely I would love to skate handrails in the future. I just need to man up and do it. Matt Wilson asks, actually a lot of people ask this question, where do I go to college? I go to Eastern Kentucky University, and yeah, that's where I go to college. EKU, all the way, Colonels, boom. Ian Barry asks, how do you have time to skate in collage? But he meant college. I'm pretty sure he meant college, not collage. I'm not trying to pick on you, Ian. I mean, if you really like something, you kind of make time to do the thing that you like. So it's really not too hard. I make time out of my week to skate, and I make time out of my week to do homework and do videos, and I try to have it all planned out. So I mean, if you really like doing something and you know you want to continue doing it, don't just give up doing it. Make time to do it. Ding ding, says my phone. Hate green. Green gobstoppers suck. David Malazzi asks, if you could, would you? Absolutely. Matthew Lane asks, what are all your sponsors? I'm sponsored by Revive Skateboards. Mamma Mia 9564 asks, what do you think about girls learning to skateboard? Yeah, if girls want to skateboard, that is totally awesome. I have no problem with that. I don't think skateboarding should be a single gender thing. And there are some girl skateboarders that are like 50 million times better than me. So if you're a girl and you skateboard, all power to you. That's that's really cool. Lamaster Skater asks, what would you do if you got a chance to get sponsored by a big company, maybe like Girl? Would you leave Revive? Absolutely not. Number one, if Girl tried to sponsor me, I'd be like, why are you trying to sponsor me? Have you seen my skating? No, but in all seriousness, no, I really agree with what Revive's doing. I've always looked up to them, and I think it's an honor to be a part of the team. And no, if a huge company like that, if they offered me a ton of money and wanted to sponsor me to go on their team, I would turn it down, because I really do believe in Revive. I'm not gonna get too cheesy, but yeah, I just really love the company, and I wouldn't leave them for another company. A09Z233 asks, how long did it take for you to land your first kickflip? I don't know when I landed it. I landed it like when I was young, like 7 or 8, but they probably took me a while, because that was like the trick I really wanted to learn. I remember landing my first kickflip. That was pretty cool. I just got I froze and got super psyched. But it probably took me a good year, maybe over a year, to land a kickflip. So if you're not landing a kickflip within like a week of skating, I'm not saying you are, but if you haven't landed a kickflip within like a week of skating, you're totally normal. D0D0P13 asks, do you feel any fear when skating, like breaking your collarbone again? I broke my wrist and needed surgery, and I want to skate again, but I'm scared. Honestly, when I broke my collarbone, I got less scared of skateboarding, I think. Well, number one, I didn't break it, I fractured it. When I fractured my collarbone, I realized that that was an actual somewhat serious injury, and it wasn't all that bad, so, you know, I kind of got over the fear of breaking it again. Now, it is a little bit weaker, like, it's fine, but, like, it's not gonna fracture again if I, like, hit it or anything, but, like, it feels a little bit weaker, so I'm, like, if I fall, I try to not land completely on it, but no, I'm not really scared of doing that. Jake Nicholson asks, you have inspired me to get back into skating. How does it feel knowing that you inspire people to do what you do? Number one, that is awesome. Thank you very much for telling me that, because that means a lot. And what I just said pretty much answers your question. It means a ton to me, and it makes me continue doing what I do, and it makes me love what I do, and I'm definitely going to keep on doing what I do. I said doing what I do like 15 times just there. But yeah, keep on skating. That rocks. Hey there, Kelpie asks, how are you doing? Smiley face. I'm doing good. Smiley face. Cool X Cats asks, how long have you and your girlfriend been dating? We have been dating for, let me look at the date now. We've been dating for almost 2.5 years, so quite a long time. And we've known each other for longer than that, since sophomore year of high school, which was 4 years ago. So yeah, we've been dating for quite a long time. Forensic Productions asks, how did you meet Andy and the guys? Basically, I met Jace on accident at Ollie's skate park, and he said come up the next day to meet the dudes. So I went up and I met them, and then I made a video about it, which you can find on my channel, and then Andy commented on that, and then later on he invited me to skate with them by commenting on one of my videos. And then I did, and then ever since then, for like 9 or 10 months, I've been coming out often and skating with them, and finally they just added me to the team. So that's how that worked. I just voted down some dude's comment, I'm really sorry. Daniel Klozowski, I'm sorry, I butchered your last name, I know, asks, what was the worst injury you've ever gotten from skating? It was fracturing my collarbone, but when I was about 8 years old, I dropped in probably an 8-foot ramp, I guess, at the Louisville skate park, and I wore a helmet back then, and I dropped in and I just slammed my head, and I actually blacked out from that, but I didn't get injured. I just blacked out. But if I wasn't wearing a helmet, like, honestly, I don't know what would have happened. That would have been awful. 1021 Skater Boy asks, if you never skated, what do you think you would be doing right now? I think I would be playing music. I actually play a lot of music, and actually there's a question, like 3 questions down, asking what instruments do I play. I play the guitar, piano, drums. I can play bass. I don't really play it often, and I sing. So I would probably be playing music, and probably actually doing videos of music, because I used to do that. Bazee Jiminy asks, were you shy when you were younger? Heck no. I was insane when I was younger. I actually had to, like, I've toned myself down a little bit since I was younger. Like, I'm gonna tell you a story. One time when I was like really young, I was riding a skateboard, and just to make people laugh, I like went as fast as I could down a hill and yelled pepperoni and just hit my mailbox and like flipped and hurt myself. But I did it like just to make people laugh. Like, I was a nut when I was a kid. Nick VP95, who I just featured on my channel, asks, if you could have a different name besides Sam, what would it be? And that's a really good question, Nick, because I would choose the name Nick. because apparently if you're named Nick, you can land a million late flips. Mr. Cool Dude 23 GB asks, Stragadarianak? And yes, I can read backwards. Dominic Head asks, do you like your style? Not really. I mean, like, I'm really, like, long. Like, everything, like, all my limbs are, like, twice as long as they should be, so I say that I have a Slenderman style, but honestly, I don't really care. I think my style has gotten better, though. I think it's just something that the more comfortable you get on your board, the better your style starts to look, but I guess the answer to that question is I don't really care. Skating Bear 0216 asks, what was your first thought when you got on Revive? And that was probably, do I seriously have to eat 10 hash browns in 2 minutes? Gosh, this is really gonna suck. But after I got on Revive, I was really psyched. Fruit Punchig asks, what was your most embarrassing moment in your life or high school years? Probably when I liked my girlfriend, but I wasn't dating her yet, when I had a crush on her. I was walking by her in the hallway and she said, I like your haircut. And I said, thanks. It makes me look like a Smurf. And then she just kind of looked at me like this and walked away. And that was really embarrassing because I just walked away and I was like, how do I look like a Smurf? I am not blue, my skin is not blue, and I don't have a like Smurf haircut. I don't know why I said Smurf, and I was really shy to talk to her for like that next 6 months. I wasn't too good with the ladies back then. Hey, my roommate's coming in. Jordan Labrie asks, are you getting a roommate? Hey Bryant, am I getting a roommate?
Yeah, I think you are.
Alright, rderby911 asks, were those hash browns any good? I hate hash browns from McDonald's, so no. But it was worth it because I got on the team, so yeah, it was good. Fallen15HD asks me, how old were you when you got sponsored? That was this year, so 19. Okay, last one. ToMusicQ asks, oranges or apples? And I'm gonna say oranges all the way. Apples are good, but like oranges are way juicier, and just like the texture's awesome, and they're just good. Alright, so that is the end of the video. I've answered a ton of questions. I'm sorry I haven't gotten to 275 questions, but I answered what I thought were some really good ones. And thank you guys so much for asking me so many. And I'm definitely going to do more of these in the future, so if I didn't answer your question, don't worry, because you're going to have another opportunity multiple opportunities to ask me some questions. So that's all I got to say, and Bryant is going to catch a gobstopper in his mouth from here.
Alright.
Oh, was it close?
I'm not sure.
Oh. Oh, dude, that was so close! Okay, this is a red one. That means it's going to be really good.
If it's a red one, that's going in.
Alright, ready? That's red. Heck yes! What a way to end the video. That's it. I'll see you guys later.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, that's my roommate. And one of the questions was, is your roommate cool? Yeah, he's pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, you better believe I'm awesome.
What's your embarrassing moment?
When my cousin was born, I was in the bathroom, and I used the restroom, walked out, had toilet paper stuck to my shoe about 6 feet long, and walked through the lobby, and everybody was laughing at me.
Ha! Dude, Brian's stupid. Oh my gosh.
How does that happen? Because it was already crashed. No, it's still good.